Hi, yogis in Yoga Land. Welcome to Sunset Yoga with Scott. A lot going on. We're just coming to our. We're gonna have our theme of our class today is our Hanuman leap of faith, right? And the events happening in Houston, we want to send out a positive wave, right? To strength and hope. And we'll do an Om. We're going to do some pelvic rotations. Leap of faith. And give homage to those that are leaping to the rescue of those. I'm from New Jersey, and I experienced Hurricane Sandy, and the devastations that you see. I'm here in outside of the Atlanta, Georgia area. A beautiful September 1st. So. Happy September, everyone. And we're going to rotate the other way. Strength. Hanuman had super strength when he was younger. They took that strength away from him because he was mischievous. He was too strong for his own good. So they told Hanuman, your strength will come back when needed. So hopefully those that need the strength will come. And then we're going to do our inhalations forward. On exhalation when we crunch back. I don't have to do the cooling breath today, but if you're somewhere where it is hot, remember the cooling breath is just bring the inhalation over the tongue. We're going to raise our arms up and twist. Bring the left hand outside the right knee and do a gentle twist here. Look over your right shoulder. So our theme is Hanuman. Leap of faith. And switch to the left. Now, we're going to come onto our hands and knees. And do our cat-cows here. Now, just bring the left to the shoulder, drop down. The right to the shoulder, just swing the left leg out, and wherever it drops are aligned. Inhalation up. Don't force the neck. I like to put the 2 fingers to the neck, and if you just till you feel it squeeze, that's like looking up to the top of the mat. Exhalation, the cat. Then we're going to give our thread the needle here in our shoulder stretch. Raise up the right elbow. I'm going to be facing you. I'm going to be raising up the elbow. Extend the forearm. And now just bring it through. Cross underneath the body. Just come down very gently. 5 breaths here. To come out of here, brush the body with the elbow, raise the forearm, bring this hand down very gently, and we're setting up for the, also known as a curtsy bow. That's what I'm calling it. Now I'm going to be looking away from you, bringing the left arm under. And raise that arm up. And come. Now we're going to do some pelvic rotations here. We'll do 5 one way and 5 the other way. And now we're going to come forward and back. Do 5 of these. And now the next time we come back, this is our puppy. Tuck the toes under. 1 full hand print towards you. And then into our dog. And this is our first dog, so we're going to inhalation up here, drop the heel. And when this is our walking our dog. This is very good for our fasciitis. Raise the right leg up, step up with the right, step up with the left, and we're going to come into our forward fold. We're going to do 10 breaths here because this is very important. Bring your hands up to our elbows. And just remember to have buoyancy on the knees. We don't lock out here. Now, we're going to touch the shoulders and open up into our spirit of ecstasy. Sweep our arms forward and come into our flower rotation. So now in our flower rotation, we're going to roll our shoulders forward and back and set up. If you have an oil, this is a great opportunity to take an oil that you feel will help you tune into your practice. It's a meditation in motion that we are doing, so please feel free to give that oil. So we're gonna just give yourself the friction to help bring out that fragrance. And bring the hands like in a prayer, reverse that. Sweep the arms over. And this is flower rotation. This is very good for the synovial fluids in our shoulder joints. And of course in my class we have our standard, we pinwheel our arms. This is like really windy today, it's so nice. Since I'm facing you, I'm going to step back with the left leg. My right leg is forward. The back leg, the heel comes down. If it's too challenging for the heel to come down, keep the heel up. It's an anandjeti. It's still a warrior, so it's your preference. Don't knock yourself out if it doesn't come down. I don't like to do the hop back. An opportunity to add warrior in the practice is always awesome. Now, the front leg, the knee doesn't go over the toes. The vertical, the shoulders to the mat. And just reach the arms up here to our warrior one. Take 3 breaths here. With an essence and an elegance, we're gonna come into we add a lot of wrist actions in my class, so we always come down to work the wrist a bit, step back with the right into our dog, come forward, drop the knees, drop your booty back a little bit, extend your toes, drop the forearm down and lead with the chin to the top of the mat. And this is our Bhujangasana. This is our first Bhujangasana. So we're going to stay right here and come into our back bend here for 10 breaths. And if it gets challenging, always just drop down and you come into a crocodile with the hand on top of hand and come back in. Remember, nobody's better than anybody. You showed up. Got my butterfly and jingling a bit. So awesome to see the wind blowing up here. Come now to grow our dog. Just bring the underneath the fingertips to the shoulder. Inhalation, we lift up our whole torso. Tuck the toes under, come into this is our puppy. Handprint towards you, and come into our dog. Raise the left leg up, step up the left, step up the right. Come into our forward fold here. There's a half fold, inhalation, exhalation, full fold. Do 3 breaths here. Come into our spirit of ecstasy, because there's an elegance and an essence in our practice. Come to a slight back bend and come into our flower rotation. I say our flower rotation because it's a community, yes. Pinwheel the arms forward. And pinwheel back. Step back with the right leg. Come to our warrior. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the left. Inhalation forward. Drop the knees. Come into our Zanasana. Inhalation here. Come into our Press up into our puppy to our dog. Raise the right leg up, and we'll do some rotations here. And today, we're gonna flip the dog. If it's too challenging to flip the dog, just drop the left knee and raise up the right arm and extend the right leg. Okay, that's all. So I'm gonna, because there's so much elegance and yoga, that is why I showed up. So come into, raise that up, step up with the right, step up with the left, come into our forward fold. Open up to our spirit of ecstasy. Come to our back bend here and come into our flower rotations. Okay. Pinwheel the arms forward. Pinwheel back. The left leg comes back. Come into our warrior. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the right. Now we're gonna do the hip circles. Go 3 one way, 3 the other way. Now you know your modification. Drop the right knee, or those of us that are gonna flip the dog, just drop the right leg, right foot down. Come back up. Just raise that left leg. Step up with the left. Step up with the right. Yeah, sometimes I don't know my right from left when you're facing, turning. It happens. But that's the fun of doing yoga, you know. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yes. Flower rotations to our pinwheel the wheel. Step back with the left. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the right. Now you know you can do the Zen asana. That's dropping the knees. Those of us going to go a little bit challenging. Is our Utthita Chaturanga. Inhale here, exhalation Chaturanga. Inhale up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Raise the left leg up, step up with the right. Into our fold, come into our spirit of ecstasy. Come into our back bend, to our flower rotations. I always like to do 3 flower rotations. Pinwheel the arms forward. Wow, it's so beautiful out here today. The right arm comes up, step back with the right. Got the wind blowing my mat away here, so or from our warrior. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the left. Inhale, Utthita Chaturanga. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Raise the left leg. Step up with the left. Step up with the right. Come into our spirit of ecstasy. Come to our back bend. Come into our flower rotations. And we're going to add on here. We're going to now pinwheel the arm forward. Pinwheel back. Now, the left leg comes. We're going to come into our Muladhara kiss. We're going to add something really awesome here today because I found a really elegant modification for you. Come into our warrior. Bring the hands to the mat. Come into our Adho Mukha Svanasana here. Come forward. Just drop the knees. Now, I'm going to show you the modification for those that are going to do the tiger in the forest. Okay, so we're going to raise the facing you. So I got the left leg up, and we're going to bring that knee to the head, like a crunch. Okay. Okay. Now we drop that. So work this. And those of us that are coming in, there you go. Those of us that are coming into the Muladhara kiss are going to come into our dog. Raise the left leg up and bring the left knee to left elbow. Inhalation here, exhalation center. Inhalation here, exhalation the left knee to the right elbow. So I find that the tiger in the forest is a really great modification. So bring the left on top of left and come forward. And you have your Muladhara kiss here. Okay. Now come down. We're gonna add our child pose here. And while we're here, we're gonna roll out the wrist. Okay. Now come back up into our dog, from your puppy to your dog. And now we're going on to the right side, and I'll face you. Remember you drop the right knee to do the tiger in the woods. And those of us that are going to do the Muladhara kiss, extend the right leg, right knee to right elbow. Inhalation, elongation, exhalation, center. Inhalation, exhalation, the right to left. Inhalation, right to left. Inhalation, center. And now we're going to place the right knee on top of the right elbow and come into our Muladhara kiss. And now come back up to our dog and drop the knees and come into our another child pose with remember to roll out the wrist here. And it gives me great pleasure to add the tiger, I'm calling it the tiger in the woods because, the Muladhara earthly, so the tiger in the forest actually. Yeah. As much as we like tigers, we don't want to see them, right? It's amazing. Okay, now let's while we're here, let's just roll out our ankles. We're gonna grow our puppy to our dog, and now this time let's walk our hands to our feet. Come to a forward fold. Open up to our spirit of ecstasy. Come to our back bend here. Come into our flower rotations. And then we're going to come into our warrior sequence. So just let's roll the shoulders forward and back. And then just tune into our practice right here. There's a tightness that will be experienced. So it takes years and years of doing yoga to actually probably feel where its tightness is. So that's what goes on in our mountain. And actually, this is really awesome. That's called the mountain because I am actually on top of a mountain. So while we're here, let's do some pelvic rotations. come up to our mat, and we're going to pinwheel the arms again, forward, back, and since I'm facing you, I'm stepping back with my left leg. And remember I was telling you about your heel, your preference. Or if this is our warrior one, we're going to do 3 breaths here. Bring the hands parallel to the side of your body. You're also facing a little bit so you have it just to the side of your chest and shoulder height. I like to have my right hand palm facing out and the left, and then we're just gonna brush the body and come into, remember the buoyancy of the back leg, and come into our first warrior. And we're gonna do 5 breaths here. And then since we're doing warriors, we are doing asanas where we are breathing. So we just find out where you feel comfortable. We're moving, we're breathing. Elongations are the lengthening, finding it, and the exhalations are deepening into the asana, okay? Now, we're gonna brush down the body with the left hand and come into our warrior, the elegance. Because there's an essence and an elegance in our practice, so come over to here and keep the elbow wide, because there's more of elegance in that. Open back up into our warrior 2 for 3 breaths here. And now we're going to extend the right leg, stretch forward, and the back leg we call it a squiddle. Just one squiddle up. Remember to have the buoyancy in the knees. We're doing our Trikonasana, so this front leg gets extended. We're coming down the right leg, so the right hand leads, the left hand will follow. I like to bring the back of my hand to near the ankle there. And now, remember to have the buoyancy so you can't get knocked over. It's very windy here. If I would lock out, I could very easily fall over. With the left hand, little clap, and then brush the body. Up with the elbow, up with the forearm. Now, we'll help you get to your alignment. This is our first Trikonasana. We're going to do 5 breaths here. Come back into our warrior, the elegant. Open up into our warrior 2. 3 breaths here. Now we're going to come in to a Pavantasana. Now, coming over the reverse prayer. Up with the elbows and out is a mudra. So your preference. I like doing them in the reverse prayer because I worked very hard at getting there. So it's your practice. It's your preference. Those of us that are exhaling over the right leg, the right thumb comes over the left thumb. Okay. Inhalation here. And exhalation. And if you feel you're too wide, you can also add a squiddle there so you're not. And remember, this is almost same as the Trikonasana. How we extend that forward leg. And excellent. And then the hands just come up wherever you are. And since we're here, let's add some rotate out our wrist here. And now come into our Ananjali, which is we'll lift the heel. And then we're just going to bring that left heel to the booty and kick out. And we're going to set up for our Ardha Chandrasana here. Now, brush the body with the elbow. Elbows up, forearms up. So look at the ground, look at the trees. I give a wave to my yogis out there. See if we can do 10 breaths here. If it's too challenging, just drop the toe down. And now come back into our warrior, the elegant. Open up into our warrior 2. This is the first time I see my pinwheel spinning so fast, and I can't remember how long. Oh, we're having so much fun here. Now, come into our unajeti, just lift the heel up. We're gonna do our flyover. This beautiful evening out here. So bring the challenge. You're welcome to stay with the toe on the mat. Touch the fingertips to your shoulder and just open up to the spirit of ecstasy arms. And then just wherever you feel you're flying to, and you can actually move the hands with your grace. Maybe you can fly up to Hanuman, he's very huge, and see if you can be of his distance. Yes, to this day. Yes, to this light. Come out, let's come back into our spirit. Or come into our spirit of the elegant. Our warrior, the elegant. Open up into our warrior 2. And now we're going to Pavarita this. We're going to Pavarita our Ardha Chandrasana. So I'm going to look away from you. Come into our warrior 1. Lift up onto our unajeti. Bring the hands to the mat. Now again, we're going to bring that left heel to the booty, kick out, and now we're going to raise the right arm up. A Pavarita. 10 breaths here. Drop down into our warrior, the elegant. Open up into our warrior 2. Come into our warrior 1. Bring the hands to the mat. And step the right leg back into a dog. You can drop your knees for your Zen asana or come down into our chaturanga. And come into our dog. And this time I'm facing you, so I'm stepping back with my right leg. And come into our warrior 1. Warrior unajeti. Come into our warrior 2. 5 breaths here. Okay. Now, extend the left leg and squiddle the right leg up. Need to be. We're coming into our Trikonasana here. So I'm coming down. Remember the buoyancy in the legs. I'm come down the left leg, so my left hand is leading and the right hand is following. Brush up with the right arm, elbow up, forearm up. And remember to have the buoyancy, so if you are outside, you don't get knocked over. And now, drop the right hand down and come into our warrior, the elegant. And we're going to set up for our Pavantasana and over the left leg. So the prayer position coming over the left, so this time the left thumb is over the right thumb. Inhalation here, exhalation. 10 breaths. And now, just bring the hands down, rotate out the wrist. Bring the right heel to the booty and kick out and set up for our Ardha Chandrasana. Come back into our Warrior the Elegant. Open up to our Warrior 2. Come back into our Anujeti. Bring the hands to the mat. And now bring the right heel to the booty again. And then we're going to brush up the left Ardha or Parvarita. Parvarita means a twist. So brush up with the left elbow and raise the forearm. Look at the ground, the trees, and I'm looking at the sun. It gives me, I can look at the sun, close my eyes, and bring that dot to my Ajna chakra. Now drop the right foot down and come into our Warrior the Elegant. Open up into our Warrior 2. And now we're going to come into our flyover coming to our Anujeti. Bring the right heel to the body and kick out. And we're going to like flap our hands. Do 10 breaths here in our flyover. And come back into our Warrior the Elegant. Open up into our Warrior 2. Come back into our Warrior 1. Bring the hands to the mat. To our Warrior. And come down into our Chaturanga or your Zenasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now, we're going to come up into our Spirit of Ecstasy. To our back bend. Flower rotation. Rotate out the shoulders. And tune into this part of the tignomeliness that we just created. Now we're coming into our balance of our class. I'm trying to, what is going to be, we did our flyover already, so we'll do one balance. And actually while we're here, let's do some pelvic rotations. I like to do when it's a little bit windy, we can do our tree. I was walking the park the other day and I actually saw some of the leaves changing color this far south. So we're going to do a tree that we don't quite do often. So find your leg. Actually, I'm going to put my weight on my left leg and my extended leg. Let's do some full leg circles. Do 5 one way and we'll rotate 5 the other way. Okay. Now remember there's a little bit of buoyancy in that standing knee on my left. I'm just going to bring my right foot to my lower part of my shin. You can bring it all the way up to the groin or you can hold it all the way up like this, and that's fine. And you come into like a little Utkatasana stance, so that's your preference. And we're going to work here. We're going to do 15 breaths. And I like to raise up. We can add a flower up here. And then we can lean. I like to put my right back in my right hand to the inside of that right knee. And then we can flow like the wind of our tree. Okay? A little bit windy out here today, so just feel where you are comfortable. And then while we're here, I like to bring the fingertips together and open up here. Do 4 of these if you can. Okay? And then we're going to see if you can do it on the other side. Remember to have the buoyancy in that knee. Okay. Come up here to our flower. And then we can bring our flower here. Okay. Now to come out of this, let's come down into our forward fold here. And we're gonna do some pelvic circles here. Okay. And now we are going to extend the left leg out. Remember, we're going to do the full leg circles, 5 one way and 5 the other way. Okay. Okay. And now come into have the buoyancy, and wherever you feel comfortable to start your tree on your right leg. And then we'll do our and then we'll tilt the other way. Our branches in the wind. Okay. And then to come out of this, do some hip circles here, and come into a forward fold, and then come out of that on the opposite way that you came down. And then we're going to come into our full Utkatasana. And then we're going to come into from our Utkatasana, bring the elbows to the inside and set up for our Malasana. Well, we're gonna do our blackbird to our crane. So we're gonna do 5 breaths, and all we do here is come up here to the knees and just tilt forward. You can be here in the tippy toes, bring the toes together, and just look up to the top of the mat. Okay, you can come back out, roll out the wrist here, and we're going to set up for our crane. When we're ready. Okay. Now we're going to come into our crane. We come into a little higher up. Take care, guys. Bring the knees all the way up to here and just lean forward. And come into our wrist rotations here. And now we're gonna come down into our Padmasana. And in our Padmasana, come into our so I got the right foot forward, and we're going to do some pelvic rotations here. And now, touch your shoulders, raise the arms up. Bring the right elbow to the belly. And now bring the index, center, ring, pinky in between the toes. Okay. Okay. And then bring both. My microphone fell. And then we're going to drop down to do some hip rotations here. And now bring this outside the right foot to the left elbow and tug in here. Bring the left hand to the outside, the right hand to the inside. And we're setting up for our compass. And in our compass, there's the magnetic fields of the earth. And we're up on top of the mountains. This is really good to get a lot of the earthly energies in our body. And drop the right hand down. And we did a lot of wrist actions already. So we're going to hit our Astavakasana. Very challenging Astavakasana. If it's too challenging, just stay up here with in our compass. And just whenever you feel, you can just let the chin down and just raise it back up. Okay, that's your modification. Those of us that are deepening this are just gonna put the flex this right foot, put the left foot on top of that, and all we're gonna do is we're just rotating with the exhalation over the right arm. And then come down very gently and just do as many breaths as you can. And so you have a whole lot of wrist actions here. So now we're going to put the left leg in front. More weight is on the wrist that the legs are on. Again, raise the left arm up, bring that elbow to the belly, drop down, and bring the left shin on top of that forearm. Right fingers in between the left toes. This is very good for bunions. Prevention of bunions. Very good for prevention of bunions. Or if you have bunions, good. And now we're going to drop down and do some hip circles here. Now bring the left up to the right elbow. Hug here. Open up into get ready for our compass. Drop the left hand down. And those of us that are going to deepness, we're going to see if we can come up to 10 breaths. Put the right on top and just roll over our Astavakas. And come down very gently. And now we are going to come into our Jangyu Shirsasana. Come into our touch the shoulders, raise your, keep rotating out your wrists and come to a forward fold. In a forward fold, the knees can be up here a bit. And as elongations come, you'll just fall right down into it. And since I'm facing you, I'm gonna hug in my left knee and drop that. My right leg is centered to the mat, and I'm setting up for our Jangyu Shirsasana. I'm concentrating on this left shin rolling. Raise the arms up, coming down the right leg, so the right arm follows the left hand. The right hand arm leads, the left hand will follow. And see if you can come up to your toes. Remember, inhalations are elongations and exhalations are deepening. And do 10 breaths here. Yogi toe lock here, and open up to the right of the mat and bring that elbow in.
I'm closer than you think.
Remember this. Touch the left fingers, touch the left elbow, touch the left shoulder, and raise over. And this is the right heel is to the right of the mat. If you, those of you that the left fingers are touching the right toes, just open up. And those of us that are reaching, just see where we are in 10 breaths. Now, we're going to come into our Marichi Asana. And I'm going to look away from you for 3 breaths. Twist to the right. If you have it in your foot, you can stay right here. You can cross it over. Hug it with the right arm. And I'm going to wave to you as we're coming up into our Marichi Asana. Flex the right foot. Raise the right arm up and bring that right elbow to the outside. Ten breaths here. Extend the left leg. Okay, this is our setup for our Dandasana. We're going to add our Parsvantasana. Just rotate the fingertips to the top of the mat and press up for 5 breaths. The toes come down to the mat. Touch the shoulders, raise up, come back into our forward fold. And I'll set up for our Jangyu Shirsasana. I'll face you. Drop the right knee, hug the right knee in, drop it. Left leg is to the center of the mat. Inhalation, elongation, exhalation. The left leads, the right follow. And 10 breaths here. Now, Yogi toe lock here. That's 2 toes between there. The big toe and the second toe, and then drop the left elbow to the inside. Tap the shoulder with the right fingers and reach over for our Pavarvrita Janu Shirsasana. It's one of the most amazing asanas to experience. The breath, inhalations, elongations, exhalations are deepening. And where are you in 10 breaths? And now bring the left center, raise the right up. I'm gonna look away from you. No, you're welcome to stay here where you are. This right foot, you can cross it over. Hug up the left. Wave to my yogis. Inhale the left arm up and bring the left elbow outside the right. Remember that extended arms in the buoyancy. The elbow. Ten breaths here. Extend. Okay. Come into our Dandasana. And we're going to come into another Parsvantasana, 5 to 10 breaths. And we're going to meet in our forward fold. And now we're going to set up for our Hanuman Asana. In our Hanuman Asana, I'm going to keep my left toes on my right toes tucked. I'm stepping up with my left foot. And we're going to put our weight on the toes. The right arm is and this is Hanuman in waiting. Hanuman ready. Like a runner's lunge, right? You just dropped it. And we are ready. Hanuman ready to be of service. And Ram asked him if he could rescue Sita from Sri Lanka. And that's what Hanuman did. He leaped and rescued. His powers were restored to him when the time was right. The hero, Hanuman. Now, the leap. Our leap of faith, we're just going to extend the left leg and come into our set up for a Hanuman Asana. And we walk out with the toes tucked and extended. And we just stay here. Our hands are just down. And we're going to do 15 breaths in our Hanuman Asana. If this is too challenging for you, just come back and just work on extending the leg. Or you can even drop your booty and come into the wide-legged. There's another modification to do. If this is too challenging for you. Okay. And now, to come out of this, just bring the left back to you, and now we're going to extend the right and tuck that left toe in and set up for our Hanuman being ready. And now Hanuman to the rescue in his leap from India to Sri Lanka. And all the heroes from everywhere to helping the people in Houston, right? Walk out. And then we just squiddle the right leg forward and walk out with the left. As the walk is just we tuck and extend. 15 breaths. And if it's too challenging, just come down to just come on your right booty and just be in a wide stance. And then to come out of that, just come down to the booty and and setting up for our close of our class. Hug the knees in here. Do some forward and backward rocks. The heels come to the mat is fine. You can raise them up. Keep the pressure into the knees to the chest. And see if you can upper 5 breaths into our Navasana, the boat. And now we're going to come down. Raise the ankles here. And now we're going to walk up into our shoulder stand here. You can bring your hands to the booty and then walk up to our shoulder stand. Wherever you want to be. Drop the feet behind you for our come into a halasana. And come down very, very gently. And we'll add another Navasana here. And then we'll hug the feet in. And we'll come into our dragonfly, butterfly, the wings. Do 10 passive inhalations and forceful exhalations. Okay, now come back up and we'll set up for our close of our class. Shoulder stand, halasana. And come down very, very gently. And now we're going to add our fish here. Put our hands on our booty on the back of our hands so the palms are down. Inhalation. And then just come into our final relaxation. Raise the right arm up and out to the right, across the body, and up. And we'll do circle rotations like this. Now bring the left arm out, and the left arm comes to the right. And this is in our body where we just did. We just created all of this. This is how the energy in our body is going this way. So just go with the circles. Now bring the fingertips together, the back of the hand, and then we just brush the body and widen out. These are meridians in our body. No. Bring the energy up to the Muladhara chakra. For that, we did that early when we started, and that is the earthly element, and the color is red. Come up to our Svadhisthana, that's the water element, and the color is orange. A little bit more that are Manipur. For the fire element, and the color is yellow. We come up to the heart chakra, that is the Anahata, it's green, and the element is air. We come up to the throat chakra, that's the Vishuddha, the color is blue, and space and ether are its element. We come up to the third eye, the Ajna chakra. That color is violet, and that consists of all the elements. And then we go up to the Saravara chakra, the crown chakra, and that is a kaleidoscope of colors. We just tune in to the chakra. And now we did all this tinglingness in our body, and see if we can feel this tinglingness in our body. Now, since I'm facing using my left, I'm going to roll over to my right side. So just roll over opposite to the side that you will end up being. And raise your forearm up on this yogi toe lock with this left leg. And we're going to open it up to our pose or asana of infinity. Yogi toe lock here and reach up. Okay. I'm gonna be careful with this mic because I broke it before. Now we're gonna roll over to the other side. And this is just like the compass. When we're in our compass, we get a lot of the earth magnetic fields in the earth, and a lot of the coming through here. And then we're going to set up for Padmasana to do our closing chant. We do 3 Ums. So if you don't want to just fun. And we'll do the first one fun, because I had a whole lot of fun. In my garden, or sunset. phone. It's very challenging to get people to Om, but what Omen does, it's the lymphatics in our all around our head and body, and the vibrations, stagnicities of the blood get dispersed. Okay, that's the importance of the Om. Okay. Loka samasta sukhino bhavatu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavatu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavatu. May all beings be happy and well. May the words and actions of my teachings contribute to the health and well-being. Namaste, my yogis. Satnam.